Chapter 1. The Best Person for the Job. Ella. Rage painting should be an Olympic sport. If it was, I'd be crowned queen for sure. I wipe the sweat from my brow with the back of my hand and keep going. Come hell or high water, my bedroom will be painted tonight. But so help me, if I catch wind of another anxious thought from someone in the pack about how long it's taking me to pick my beta, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's not as if stepping into the role of alpha for a freaking werewolf pack is all that easy-breezy cover girl shit. I mean, until a few weeks ago, I didn't even know werewolves were a thing. Color me mind blown. In fact, back then, my biggest concern was whether or not moving to Oregon was far enough from the ex, or if I could keep my two kids from slapping each other silly. Now, all eyes are on me as the first female alpha in generations, and it's like they're expecting me to be their goddamn messiah. Well, either that or mess things up royally. Evidently, werewolves can be as sexist as the rest of the world. I have no idea how to live up to the expectations swirling around me, and I'm beginning to think this whole thing was a ridiculously bad idea. Not that I had much choice in the matter. I wonder if she'll announce her choice by the full moon. The thought barrels at me from Seth, and I ground my teeth together. Damn, this is getting old. It wouldn't be so bad if I could control my mind and learn to filter how much of their thoughts I allow to flow to me. So far, that's proven difficult, which basically means I'm going to be driven mad as a hatter, and no one is going to like that version of me. It's like when the kids were little and they thought they could wear me down by asking for something over and over and over. They learned pretty quickly that that kind of thing had the opposite effect on me. The difference here is that the pack members aren't actually asking me their questions. They're asking them of each other or in their own minds. But Lord, they have loud minds! I feel their apprehension like it's my own, and it's putting me on edge. Not to mention making me question myself. It's not a fun feeling. Sighing, I dunk my paint roller into the tray and make a mental note to pour more in soon. I slap the roller to the wall, continuing to rage roll the dark lavender paint across the final beige surface left in our new home. It's taken me 2 weeks of unpacking, painting, and all-around setup to make it to the final room, my bedroom. It feels good to transform my personal space into something I resonate with. God knows the ex would never have let me paint the bedroom walls purple. He would have laughed in my face and proceeded to paint it another shade of white, because he was boring and lacked any kind of imagination. Oh, if you could see me now. Mom, we're out of milk, Asher says, standing in the doorway. He leans against the frame, taking in the color of the room. Then, without a word, he nods in approval. Smart kid. Want to take my keys and run to the store? I ask, returning my gaze to the wall and continuing on my mission. At least the repetitive motion is keeping my hands busy. Not overly, he mutters. The glance I throw over my shoulder must clue him into my mood because he shifts upright and stares at me with wide brown eyes. I mean, I guess I can. Excellent, I say, continuing to spread the happy purple across the wall. Need anything else? Just peace and quiet, I sigh. It's more about the voices in my head than the kids at this point, but a little less bickering and YouTube videos being played at max volume wouldn't go amiss. What's going on? Avery asks. She steps up beside her brother as I turn around with the paint roller raised in my hand like a torch. Your brother is going to the grocery store. Evidently, we're out of milk. Avery slides her gaze to her brother, and her eyebrows skirt her hairline. She lowers her voice conspiratorially and says, She's letting you take the Highlander? Asher shrugs. I guess. Avery grabs him by the shoulders and half pushes him into the landing area outside my bedroom door. Dude, don't just stand around looking like you don't know where the door is. Take those keys and run, man. What's wrong with you? She hisses. I shake my head and return to painting. Of course, half of me has tuned into their conversation with rapt attention. Thank you, super sensitive werewolf hearing. Yeah, but it's not like I get to go anywhere fun. It's the grocery store, he retorts, mimicking the same level of rushed whisper as his sister. That doesn't mean you can't go other places. It's a vehicle, Asher. It goes where you make it go, Avery says. My expression deadpans, but I keep painting. She's not wrong, and I guess when I was a kid, any chance to get out of the house was a chance to stretch my wings of independence. I typically found myself at the mall or the bookstore, though. Maybe a boyfriend's house or two, but we won't talk about that.